Is the other player. All starters 3 days ago are substitute home. So what we'll give here tonight as they look to separate from each other.
That's the shade so far.
Spurs, of course, were 2 down against Fulham inside 6 minutes
Initially, and then follows on. Gets on the man-to-man in those situations, so Thomas Frank's certainly got a plan.
Board against Spurs, conceded 2 headers that night. Here's Voltemada, who's won it back.
With the Premier League this season.
In by Murphy. Burness stayed up there. Brennan Johnson leading that charge and getting it across, but Hall got back. And Chow did prevent the corner.
Yeah, did really well there, Lewis Hall.
Dobby with 4 waiting. Barnes got it away, but it springs back off Voltemada. But gets it across. Joe Linton was waiting as Lewis Hall. Hall's ball goes into the thick of it. They know that. Spurs attacking with this one, and Newcastle. Spurs pile more players in there, but it is defended by Lewis. Kudus. Barnes. Here's Murphy. Now Voltemada. And it's Harvey Barnes. Barnes with the cross, and Murphy can't keep it down. Very much one way in the home side's favour. Barnes stayed forward and wins the flick on. Gave Voltemada plenty to do, and it again for Newcastle. And it's Miley! And here's Miley again.
You see, I mean, Tottenham really haven't really had the chance. He's never really been. It feels like there's a turnover. There's another one.
Clears everybody, David Moani. It's fallen in the end for. Manchester City 4 and City kicker finally got it forward to Jacob Murphy, who's looked to whip one in, but Barnes. Last 3 matches. Livramento's cross. Moani hasn't had too much of an opportunity to get involved. He's beaten off it there. Answer.
Quick.
Linton. Bentancur just got in event. So Ollie swings in across. Chow's forward for it. Bentancur watches it back with some relief. Driven at Murphy, who does well to control it, but tries to. It's just brushed aside there by Sandro.
With and without the ball.
It's hit the post, and it's fallen for Lewis. And Barnes clips one across, and Miley couldn't get. Into Bergvall, who looks for another clever little flick. Now Voltemada, good spring clear here for Newcastle. It's Jacob Murphy, and the cross is blocked. Without a goal, it hasn't happened in the Premier League. It hasn't happened since. Here's Liverpool substitute Guimaraes. The second goal scored by Voltemada, and it's Voltemada just letting
Far side. Oh, here we go.
It's Barnes who's getting in here for Newcastle.
He didn't do that against Fulham.
Murphy trying to slide one through, and Spurs survive their first scare.
Sort of had got in front of him, used his body, but a couple of times Kudus' face towards the end of the first half. Lewis Hall was a little bit reluctant to get really tight.
Leading at Bournemouth through Grealish's goal. Those games available to you. Sky Sport, that a team has come back from 4-0 down. That famous goal from Livramento with a cross. From Colomwani.
All facing up. He's defending. This opportunity there.
Chow finds Murphy first time. At the weekend. There's 3 wins. Trying to get away from Brennan Johnson, and he clips it in. Hall drives it back in. Has drifted in by Bruno Guimaraes, headed away by Danso to Murphy. Into the mix it goes, right on top of the goalkeeper, and he doesn't take any risks. Shovels it over. Met by Hall, and Linton covering behind him. 2 players run down. Here's Johnson. Kudus, Porro with a cross. Sarr. Colomwani with the flick. Johnson looking to bring it under. It is held in there. And perhaps unsurprisingly, Dan Burn meets. Again, Burn meets it.
And some big headers there, Dan Burn, for some of those long throws as well.
Porro brings it forward. Good spell for Spurs. Burn hitting Kurt. There's a doggy. Kudus to Bergvall again, and Joe Linton met him, but he still. Danso. The corner goes all the way over to Ward. Kudus with another Tottenham corner. Swings his cross in, Danso.
Murphy in again. Here's Colomwani. Challenged by Mark.
Behind me, and that's a risk he's going to have to weigh up.
Now Hall, with his weaker right foot. Into a good area, but just no one there to it in Gordon. Too much. Spoke in the way of Voltemada. There's Papsar, laid off by Colomwani. Pace, Voltemada, Guimaraes! That's a fantastic goal for Newcastle! Ball to Langa, who's so quick. And Danso just about kept up with Mento instead. Ilanga. Voltemada. It's Miney! No foul given. Colomwani dancing through. Mohamed Kudus. Ball to good ball in. And there's the equaliser. Spurs are level. Christian Romero. This time it's their captain. Ilanga's low ball and Pedro Porro's there. Excellent take. Set back for Hall. It's a and Gordon scores for Newcastle. Late drama on time. Here's Xavi Simons. It's a teasing ball by him. Gordon. No doggy. Here's Voltemada. Down at Guimaraes. Brought up. Porro tries again. Better ball that time, but Dan Bertel. Richarlison's there. So is Romero. Then Simons. Then away by Ramsdale. Romero went for the overhead kick. Oh, it's
wow.
in! Oh, my word! Christian Romero, the Spurs captain, scores again.